Today on Community Cooking, we have guest chef Fabio Ugoletti from Bettolino Kitchen making a tuna tartare followed by a potato and gnocchi made from scratch, served with shrimp and garden fresh vegetables. You won't want to miss it. We are cooking with some of the best chefs from right here in our own community. So grab a seat, relax. We've got another awesome menu coming at you in under 30 minutes. This is your Community Cooking. Hello and welcome to Community Cooking. I'm your host, Kirk Leins. In our kitchen today is my friend and chef, Fabio Ugoletti from Bettolino Kitchen. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you.
I got to tell you, I'm very excited to have you here.
Okay.
This is an honor because, chef, you actually have a Michelin star.
I had a Michelin star for 7 years.
In Italy, we should explain that you had a restaurant in Italy.
Yes.
And for this, you gained a Michelin star. And for those who don't know, the Michelin star, it's actually done by the same company who make Michelin tires, and they hand out stars based on excellence in cooking by a chef and their restaurants. And to receive one is not a big deal, it is a humongous deal. There are chefs that work their whole lives and never come close. So the fact that you've received one and you're standing right here, I got chills. And welcome.
Thank you very much. I'm very excited to be here.
Excellent.
And I hope you will enjoy the recipe.
Now, your menu that you've brought today it really looks awesome. We're starting off, we are going to make a tuna tartare, or in Italy we would say pesce crudo.
Exactly.
Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. And then you're going to make a house scratch-made gnocchi.
Yes.
Which is basically a potato dumpling.
Exactly.
And we're doing that with little shrimp and garden fresh vegetables.
Yes. Zucchini and squash blossom flower.
Okay. Now, is this something that appears on your menu at Bettolino Kitchen?
The tuna tartar, yes.
Okay.
It's in the menu kitchen, in the Bettolino Kitchen menu. And the gnocchi we have, but we have in a different way, not in this way.
Just serve it up different style.
Yeah, different style. We make a pea gnocchi, so it's green, the gnocchi, and we serve with sausages, Parmesan cheese, and pea sprout.
Beautiful. You're making me hungry. Now, we should mention that Bettolino Kitchen is relatively new restaurant. 2015 it got started.
Yeah, it's 1 year.
And you've partnered up with some famous names here in the South Bay. The Giulianos from Gaetano's and formerly of Giuliano's, you guys have a partnership, and that's who you're doing Bettolino Kitchen with, correct?
Yes.
Well, even more reason to go check out what you guys are doing, because I love what they're doing. It's excellent, so I can only imagine. So let's get started here. Why don't you run me through the ingredients?
So of course we have tuna, high tuna. We're gonna mix with parsley, chives, fresh cucumber, and fresh avocado.
Okay.
For garnish, we will use cherry tomatoes, arugula, and onion sprout.
And onion sprouts. Okay, and what do we have?
We season with the seasoning. The sauce will be made with orange juice, extra virgin olive oil.
Beautiful.
Salt and pepper, of course.
Okay. Well, we've got some interesting ingredients here that we'll get to eventually. Why don't you show us where we're going to start? You want your...
We start with our tuna. We have to chop the tuna.
And as you were saying, it's very important to have just the freshest quality.
Absolutely. This is the most important thing. If you want to make pesce crudo, so raw fish, of course you need to...
Crudo, raw. So this is a raw application, but I mean, you know, we're very lucky to live in the South Bay here.
Absolutely. This is the reason why.
This is why you came? That's why you picked the South Bay. Perfect. Yeah, there's no shortage of places to find yourself some great fresh fish. And okay, that was like the fastest, most even chop. Look at that. Beautiful. And is that the key? You want it nice and small, right? Not too big.
And not too small. Not too small. That's medium. For me, it's not. I mean, this for me is not a very small chopping, because I want that you feel really the flavor of the fish.
Okay.
So keep a little bit of texture to your fish, cutting in not too small pieces.
Okay.
Like this.
And can you make this with, let's say, another fish? Would you use any other type of fish with it?
You can use, you can use swordfish,
salmon.
You can use sea bass.
Beautiful.
especially the European cibles, like the branzino.
Like branzino. Oh, that's one of my favorites.
I just wash it in my hand.
Of course you will. See, now, there you go. That's a sign of a great chef. He's just handled the protein here. He doesn't want to touch the vegetables without washing his hands. So, on behalf of myself and everyone home, we appreciate your cleanliness.
Okay, so we start with the herbs first.
Okay.
Chives. The quantity, it's of course up to your taste also.
Taste
so
buds, okay.
there's not a real recipe for that, like often happens in the Italian cuisine.
Well, you
really.
can kind of look at it too and understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we had normally I say 1/3 of the quantity of tuna in cucumber, no more than this.
And that just gives it a little crunch, little fresh, little.
The crunchiness
bite
and the
to it.
freshness and the typical flavor of the cucumber. It is
Beautiful.
fresh, and
Okay.
then we had the
Avocado.
avocado.
Tell me, chef, is avocado a very Italian ingredient?
Not really, no, not at all. But it's so good that I would like to add to my recipe here because
Right,
it's
well,
very, very good.
Yeah, it has that buttery sort of quality that probably works really well.
Yeah, it was perfectly with the freshness of the cucumber and the fish.
Beautiful.
And the fish.
Yeah, and you kind of want to do this at the very last second too, right
Yeah.
before you serve, correct?
To avoid the change of color, to
Correct.
oxidate. So
Okay.
now we add the liquid part, so basically the dressing. So we add a little bit of orange juice
And our oleo.
and extra virgin olive oil. This is the base of every Italian plate.
Right. And was this
We have-
fresh squeezed orange juice?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course, also this is your orange here is so amazing.
Right.
That's-
Right.
Why don't?
Yeah, and that's a really nice. I like the idea. Instead of using lemon or lime, which is what you see a lot of times, the orange is a really nice sort of citrus note.
Yeah, and it's much better if you want to pair with a wine, because
That's a good point.
pairing wine with lemon or lime is not so easy.
It's not as easy, right?
Not as easy.
Very
with,
good
With
point.
orange, it's much easier.
Okay.
So you need more. You have more space for the flavor of wine. So we finish with pepper and salt.
Very
Salt
simple.
is salt at the very end, because salt is the ingredient that really cooked the fish.
Okay.
So we don't want to have a cured fish, but just a seasoned fish.
Exactly. All right. And very simple ingredients. And this is sort of the like Italian cooking. How is
Yes.
that? It always tastes so involved. But in terms of the ingredients, it's usually very few, and the technique is usually minimal, but done to specifics. Let's put it that way, right?
Yeah. So the most important thing is the quality of the ingredient that you use.
Okay.
This
good.
is the main important thing, the most important thing.
Okay. Now at this point,
so
we're gonna plate this.
we're gonna plate it.
Can we grab a plate for you
Yeah,
here? I
give
got
me
it.
give me the-
And I see you've brought one of your fancy molds.
Well, I mean, it's not so fancy. It's just a mold. You can use this, or you can use
A cookie cutter. Yeah.
anything you round or square or the shape that you like.
But this has like so much moisture in it now, it's gonna hold together for us.
Yes, this is the reason why I chop the first that I chop a little finer, and the second one, the tuna. I mean, and if you chop finer, they bind better together.
Gotcha.
Bind better
Okay.
together.
Look at that.
Don't press too much, just enough to.
Ah, now that is presentation.
And
That
then
is
we can
presenting.
finish with some decoration of
Beautiful.
tomato to give color. Just cherry
But yet
tomatoes.
very minimalist. It's nice.
Yeah, I don't like to add. I mean,
Right, and then you're gonna use some of these too?
and
the arugula.
the arugula first.
I love arugula. I mean, and this is great. I mean, all this stuff you can get at the Torrance Farmers Market very easily.
Yes, and the arugula in this case is just a garnish. So think to use it like a herb, not like a salad.
Okay.
Okay, because the flavor of the arugula is a little bitter. It works very well, but not too much.
Right, a little
So-
too peppery could
Yeah.
overtake that tuna. Okay.
And then we finish with the onion sprout.
And this is sort of a cross between a regular like bean sprout, but then also it has the flavor of onion in it too.
This is the
very
flavor of
lightly,
onion.
though, very light. Look
This
at
is-
that.
And this, basically in the tartar normally go the raw onion inside, but
Right.
raw onion can have problem because it's not easy to digest. In this way, we have the flavor of onion,
Perfect.
but it's mild and
Right. And I love how you twisted that up to give it the height.
Yeah.
And it's the other part of the eating with your eyes, right? We
Yeah.
have it nice and high and nice and tight. Well, this is beautiful. I tell you what, I'm going to get cleaned up in here. We're going to get ready to make some potato gnocchi, and we'll take a break.
To be at peace with myself is the most prominent thing, and I am at peace with myself. I didn't deal this deck, I'm just playing the game. That's all. That's it. Meals on Wheels has given me a mode of freedom that I wouldn't have otherwise. Been making sure they get the nutrition that I need, and it's a balanced meal. My name is Maurice McGriff. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
Welcome back. I'm here with Chef Fabio Ugoletti, and we are making a delicious, authentic, fresh Italian meal.
Yes, potato gnocchi.
Yes, well, first, we've got this delicious tuna tartar that is back there just hanging out, waiting to be sampled in a little bit. But right now, we're going to make some potato gnocchi
Yeah.
with a shrimp and garden vegetable ragu. So why don't we start by taking everyone through the ingredients here.
Okay, so you need mashed potatoes, potato steam, and mashed.
So all you did here was you peeled them, you did them in the microwave, correct?
Yes, in the microwave.
And then when they were hot, you mashed them up.
Yeah, you mash them up. And when you work it, you work with when it's room temperature, not hot.
Beautiful.
Then the potato, we're going to add Parmesan cheese.
Okay.
Parmigiano Reggiano, I'm sorry, to be precise. This is a real important Italian.
We laugh about this. That's our egg. That's our egg.
Eggs and all-purpose flour.
Okay.
This one.
We laugh about that because for Italians, Parmigiano is Parmigiano
Yeah.
Reggiano.
Yeah.
Okay, but here you say Parmigiano, you might not be necessarily be getting Reggiano,
Yeah.
which is it's sort of a sin.
Yeah.
Sort of a sin. Okay, so take us through the method here, because this is a very interesting thing. Pay attention here, because learning how to make this opens up a whole new world in the kitchen.
This
for
is
you.
very, very, very easy. So
Okay.
we add cheese.
A
first.
healthy amount,
Yes. Egg yolks.
just the yolk,
Then yolks.
and only one.
Only one.
For this amount.
Yes.
For this amount. Okay.
This is 1/2 pound
Okay.
salt. And we start to knead it.
Beautiful. And if you've never had a gnocchi, it's a potato dumpling, and when made correctly, they are like little pillows, little clouds, and
Exactly.
just absorb sauce so nicely, right?
And they have to be soft. And not to become
Hard and dense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is dependent on the quantity of flour that you add. So this is the most important, the thing that you have to pay more attention.
okay. All right. So is it if it has too much flour, it's going to be too dense?
Yes. Too dense and
Okay.
then become like gum.
Yeah,
Like
gummy.
Gummy. Or
Yeah.
little. So normally don't try to not add more than 1/3 of the weight of the potato in flour.
Okay, so what you're saying, I'm going to translate a little here. We have 1/3 of the flour to in terms of
Just mix
the
it.
weight of the potato, we'll use 1/3 of that weight
Yeah.
in flour. Got
Yeah.
it. Okay.
No more than this.
Beautiful.
Okay, you start in a bowl, and when it's enough, like a dough, you can work on the.
Once it comes together like
yeah.
that, okay. All right.
Thank
Put this
you.
out of the way for you. And is there anything in terms of the kneading? Can you do that too much?
No.
No, it won't make it
If
too
you
gummy.
if you do by hand, no.
Oh,
if you use a
put it-
machine, if you use a KitchenAid or
Any sort of
kneading
mixer.
machine, be careful.
Okay.
So need very. But if you do at home, you don't need to really use a machine. It's much better to do by hand. It's much
Gotcha.
faster.
Okay.
So you need more time to clean all the machine that to do that.
Excellent. All right. So, well, you know what? I always like using one less piece of equipment anyway.
Okay.
There it
Now-
is. There's our gnocchi dough.
Okay, so the pasta have to be soft but not sticky.
Okay.
The dough.
Okay.
We call pasta in Italian. We call
So
everything.
it's not
a kind of
sticking to
pasta for us.
not sticking to your cutting board.
Yeah.
But yet
See?
at the same time it's soft.
Soft.
Okay.
Okay. Then we shape the gnocchi. To shape the gnocchi, we need a little bit more flour, just to avoid.
Just for your board.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we roll this out into something that looks like a dowel, almost, correct? How many of these do you make in the restaurant on a daily basis?
Every day we make around like 5 pounds every day. every morning.
And how many individual pieces do you think that?
I don't know, many this is like a 30 portion more or less, so probably
portions,
300, between 300 and 350 pieces probably.
And that's not the only pasta you're making, right?
No, we make 9 different kind of pasta.
Oh
every
my
day.
goodness! How many people do that? How many people are doing that in the restaurant?
One?
One person is
Yeah,
making.
normally it's me, but I have another person that can do that. But normally one person just is in charge to make pasta every day, all day
that's-
basically.
And, okay, and that's typical. Now look, and now you're cutting them into the small little.
Yeah.
It's typical to have someone who's doing all the pasta, but 9 different pastas every single day. That is rock star. That is rock star status right there.
Yeah, I mean pasta is one of our main
Sure. So you got to do it
things
right.
in our menu. So
Right. Beautiful. What time do you get started?
in the morning,
Yeah.
8:30.
Okay. All right.
But I mean, make pasta is not so. No, I mean, looks a big work, but it's not really.
I love it. I love it when chefs minimize what they do.
No, I mean it's hard, but it's not. Make pasta is relaxing, so it's good.
Put on a little
Nice starting
music.
in the morning. You wake
Right.
up, you make your pasta.
Right.
for the
You go first
day.
your coffee.
Yeah.
Right. Your espresso. That's great. Okay. So we've got that all rolled out. Now there is one last step that you're going to do here.
Yes.
Before
Can
we
you
could.
please,
Yes.
pass me,
Absolutely.
uh,
Absolutely. Here, let me swap this out for you. This is what gives it. Give it that little roll right off of the fork. And now this is so that
we need
this.
it to be more flour for.
Oh,
for
sure.
this
sure,
one.
sure.
Sorry.
Flour went back here. No worries.
I need more flour, otherwise I don't. Okay.
There we go. We'll keep that flour here. What do you say? Now, and the reason that you're rolling it off the fork like that is so that that's how it picks up the sauce.
Yeah, pick up the sauce, and the most important thing is make a hole.
So it's a thumb
So they cook,
indentation.
yeah, the thumb make a little hole in the
Okay.
gnocchi, so they cook faster.
Awesome.
They
All
cook
right.
faster and they cook better, more homogeneously. This is considered a small gnocchi, so we can make the gnocchi bigger than this.
And also too, you can make a gnocchi out of other things, correct?
Yeah, we can add other things in the
Right.
dough. Almost, I don't see.
Why?
I mean,
you
you
don't
can-
see the reason why, right?
No.
It's like, how do you get better than potato and
No,
gnocchi?
no, you can add herbs. At the restaurant, for example, I do half potatoes and half peas, because now we are in season with peas. So
I tell you what,
English pea.
why don't you let me try my hand at some of this, and you can take over the sauce. I will trade you cutting boards.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? See if we can do this here. Here we go. You get
Yeah, I
my
wash-
cutting board. Oh
I think
yeah, go
I
ahead.
think I just
Go wash up. Go wash up. All right. But he did this so fast. I'm like actually intimidated. And you know what? No, not bad. All right. It just ran off. So how much pressure are you putting on there?
enough to make a little hole like this.
Like that?
Yeah, perfect.
All right. I'll take that. I'll take perfect.
So we need boiling water to put the ravioli. We start to make our sauce.
Okay.
For the sauce, we start with extra virgin olive oil, of course.
Of course.
It's the base of almost every sauce.
All right. And this is a pretty quick cooking sauce here, right?
Yes, I mean, we try to valorize the freshness of the ingredients.
Right. And I think a lot of people always think about when they think of Italian sauces for pasta as something that takes a long time to cook. And some of them do. Yeah. Some do. But there are also a lot of sauces that are fresh sauces like this.
Yes, just basically saute the ingredients.
You got a little
So
garlic
we add
there.
the garlic, and we add and we put little bit.
Okay. Got to have garlic in it too, right?
I can use the bigger one, I think.
There you go.
Yeah.
Get a little bit more heat on that.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll come up there in a second.
So very important, be careful to not burn the garlic. Garlic is very easy to burn because garlic have no water inside. So
And that basically means you're starting over if you burn the garlic.
yeah,
correct?
absolutely. Yeah, the flavor of the burnt garlic is one of the worst.
Yeah, it's done at that point. Bitter.
Yeah, very unpleasant.
Okay. And that's just zucchini that you've
Zucchini,
diced
salt.
up.
Yeah, just simple zucchini. Try to buy zucchini, small zucchini, not big one, because the big one have a lot of seeds inside, and really is not good for this plate. Have seeds inside.
Right. I noticed that those are very like almost not quite seedless,
Yes.
but the seeds are very small.
Yes, I try to buy the smaller one. I mean, I order always the smaller one.
Okay. I'm almost done here. Look at that, chef.
Very good. What you do in the morning normally?
But around 8 o'clock?
8:30 is fine.
That's great. Yeah, I know, right? Boy, that's a lot of prep, though. That's a lot of prep. Making 9 different pastas. And then that's not the only thing you're prepping. You're prepping sauces.
Yes, in our restaurant we make everything by scratch. Every sauce is made by. I make my stock. I make my demi-glace. I make everything by scratch.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, it's like, and then just the prep for just cutting vegetables, all the mise en place, all the individual things that you just need at your station. I mean, that's so. And you open up at what time? At
11.
11 for lunch service.
11 for lunch service. Yeah.
So in 3 hours,
3
you
hours.
get that done.
Yeah.
Wow, that is impressive. There we go. Now we're getting some steam on it. It's trying.
It's fine. He's starting. I mean,
Well, look at that. In that time, I managed to.
this probably depends. American is 3 portion. Italian is probably 5.
Right. You eat smaller portions, correct?
Yeah, because we eat more courses normally in Italy. Nobody wants just to eat one plate. So
My very first time in Italy, I have an uncle who's Italian, and he took us to Italy, and we're eating dinner, and the question he asked me, I was at this 15, 20 years ago. He says, "What kind of pasta do you want?" And he asked me what I wanted to do. What kind of pasta do you want? So my thought was, all right, we're having pasta for dinner. Okay, I'll order pasta. And I looked over the menu, and they had a lasagna al forno. I said, that looks good. I'll order that. So the pasta comes, and it was beautiful. It was a nice piece of lasagna like this. I start eating it, and he looks at me and says, "What do you want for dinner?"
yeah, of course.
What do you mean what I want for dinner? I'm eating dinner. He's like, "No, you're eating pasta. I asked you what you wanted for pasta, not dinner."
Yes, it's true. That is a perfect thing to describe. So now we had the shrimp.
Beautiful.
Shrimp is just halved in half longwise.
And I love your tweezer tongs. Those are great. You work with those a lot?
When I plate, yes.
Yeah, because it just allows you to be a little more delicate than with big
Yeah.
tongs. You don't rip things apart. So this sauce, I mean, the shrimp's going to take very quickly. The
Yes.
zucchini wasn't in there all that long.
Also the zucchini. I don't want to overcook the zucchini,
No.
otherwise, I mean,
Mushy.
yeah. So
And our gnocchis aren't going to take that long to cook either because they're fresh, correct?
very, very fast. They cook very, very fast.
Oh, man. That looks so good. And once again, I mean, this is something that you could substitute ingredients in here as well, different vegetables.
Absolutely. You can use eggplant. You can use red bell pepper. Or
Eggplant.
during winter, you can use, I don't know, cabbage, any kind of cabbage you like. We had tomato. Also, the tomato we don't want to cook too much.
Right, and a little bit of red pepper flake, right?
Yeah.
And then a little salt and pepper. And
I
that's
already-
our sauce.
Yeah. Done.
Beautiful. Well, I tell you what, why don't we drop this pasta? We can show everyone what that's all about. We got a nice hard rolling boil there.
Very important. First, add
Salt.
salt.
Plenty of it too, right? Has to taste like the sea.
Yeah. Yes, like the
Has to
sea.
taste like the sea, or else it's not going to be flavoring your pasta. And then we know these are done when they start to float, correct?
Correct.
Beautiful.
So,
All right, so we've got our pasta water boiling. We've got our salt in there. We've got our sauce and our shrimp cooking here. All I think that really needs to happen is clean up, plate some food, and eat, right?
yep. We
All
are
right,
ready.
chef, here we go.
Then we start to boil again.
I did drop them because you opened it up. He's going to wait. There we go. All right. He's dropping the pasta. That means eating is getting really close. We'll be back.
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
Welcome back. I'm standing here with Chef Fabio Ugoletti from Bettolino Kitchen here in Torrance, and we have got 2 plates of just amazing looking food. I get to try this right now, and I could not be more excited. First, we have our tuna tartare that you made initially, and that had a little bit of orange juice in it. And you've sort of plated this with a red pepper coulis and also a parsley oil.
Yes.
And you were telling me those are just very simple to make.
Yes, the red pepper coulis is just red pepper roasted. No, take out the skin, take out the seeds, and blend with extra virgin olive oil.
And that's it.
That's it.
Okay. And then the parsley oil?
Parsley oil is just parsley and extra virgin olive oil.
There
blend
you
together.
go. Okay. All right, I'm going in. I'm going in because this is, I want a little bit of everything here. Sorry, my fingers. Oh, hold on. There you go. That is delicious. That is delicious. Nice use of the orange. Really like the orange in there. You're right. Lemon, lime sort of takes over. Really about the fish. Now, our second plate of food here, homemade gnocchis, house-made gnocchis. And you've garnished this with a little bit of pesto oil
Yes.
and then some squash blossoms. These right here. You can find them at the farmer's market. You just took the leaves off.
Yeah, it's very easy to use it. In this plate we use raw to keep the freshness. So we just take out the
leaves.
The leaves, yeah,
the
the
flour.
flour, and we shred it like this.
All right. And then the heat from that dish just sort of wilts it lightly.
Exactly.
As opposed to, because
Without
a lot of
cooking.
times you see these deep fried or you see them on a pizza.
I mean, it's not bad deep fried too, but
This is just a nice fresh quality. All right, hold on. You know what? I'm going on gnocchi first. Oh my goodness. That's how a gnocchi should taste.
and the most important thing is the texture. How is the texture? Is it
That's what
hard?
I mean. No. Like melt in your mouth.
Yeah, this is the
Like
other thing.
clouds that have absorbed this pesto and the garlic, and you get the brininess of the shrimp. Absolutely beautiful dish. Chef, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
I highly recommend running out to the Torrance Farmers Market, procuring these ingredients, and making this at home. And if you don't feel like doing that, I would suggest paying him a visit at Bettolino Kitchen. This is really good, Chef. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, and you know, on behalf of myself, Chef Fabio, the crew here, thank you for watching Community Cooking. We'll see you next time. Awesome.
If you'd like a copy of the recipes seen on this show, send us a self-addressed stamped envelope to the Office of Cable and Community Relations. That's 3350 Civic Center Drive, Suite 200, in Torrance, California, 90503. Be sure to note the show number displayed on the screen. And don't forget you can find all the fresh ingredients used on today's show at the Farmers Market. Visit the one here in Torrance at Wilson Park. That's located at 2200 Crenshaw Boulevard. They're open every Tuesday and Saturday from 8 a.m. until 1 p.m., rain or shine. And if you'd like to be a guest on our show, email us at communitycooking@torranceca.gov and check us out online at youtube.com/Torrance CitiCABLE and like us on Facebook at Community Cooking TV.